Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I've got some brand new releases from Madam Glam. They've released a new collection called House of Life for May. So I've got 4 colours to share with you guys today. First off, we've got Healing Glam, which is a beautiful, beautiful, vibrant purple. This one is absolutely to die for. It's beautiful. So pretty. So I've already swatched the shades and I'm just going to kind of compare them next to each other, and we are also going to of course use them in the video so you see how they perform. This one here is called Inner Peace. Once again, I am a sucker for pink, so anything pink, send my way. So this one is, of course, once again, a favourite. I have to say, this has got to be one of my most favourite collections. All the colours are completely up my alley. I love bright colours. I love the different shades that they've created in this collection. Just absolutely gorgeous and perfect for the summer. This one is called Guardian Angel, and it's a beautiful blue. It's not quite pastel-y, but it's also not quite that super vibrant shade. It's that kind of in between, which is perfect. And lastly, we've got this beautiful, beautiful, maybe like a turquoise kind of green. It's beautiful and it matches perfectly with the top, which I love. When you swatch it, it literally matches so perfectly at the top. And this one is called Crystal Ball. So this collection has 8 beautiful shades. So I've got 4 today, and I'm only actually going to use 3 in today's design. I was really trying to see if I can use all of them, and I probably could have, but I ended up just using the 3. And I also did add a little sparkle, which you will see later on with a different gel polish. And here I'm going in with a base color basically. This one is not from Madam Glam, and I'm just gonna apply it across all of 4 of those nails today. I'm doing only 4, so the whole design today was kind of just to showcase and try out the new colors and see how they work and perform and all of that good stuff, and show you guys what they look like. So after applying my first base, I will pop them into the lamp for 30 seconds and I'll apply another layer. There we go. So we've got the perfect nude base to start working on our nails. So this nail design is kind of like a mishmash. We're going to do some lines. We're going to kind of connect all the colors together next to each other and all that good stuff, and have just some fun. It's a really fun and playful little set. So with our first nail, I'm kind of going to be hopping from one nail to the other, just because if I'm picking up a pink, I was just kind of trying to get all the pinks out of the way for all of the nails rather than working on one and then finishing that one off and then continuing to the other. That way I would basically need to wipe my brush every 5 seconds, but instead we were able to just bang out all the pinks, you know, in one go. So that's why you might see quite a lot of cuts in today's video. We're just going to jump from one nail to the other. So for this first nail, right at the bottom, you just want to do a couple of squiggly lines, kind of connecting from one side to the other, and then colour that in. And then pop that one into the lamp. So for this next nail, I did a little kind of half circle-ish at the top. And then at the bottom, I was kind of aiming to go for a circle vibe as well. I was kind of trying to achieve this kind of like, almost like the circle was coming off the nail kind of thing, cutting off. But instead it ended up just being a line. So if you wanted to make it probably look a little bit better, probably just do a bit more of a rounded line. But I went in more for a straight line. I don't really know what I was thinking. What I had in mind was completely different to what I ended up putting on my little nail here, but never mind. So that one's gone into the lamp. And next nail that involves some pink is this one. So here we're going to do some squiggly lines. And after applying your first, we're basically going to connect and do another one and another one with the different shades next to it. So you want to make sure it's not too thick but not too thin either, just because you really want that pink to pop. So here, as you can see, I made it quite thick and I did not like that. So I grabbed my little lint-free wipe and some nail prep cleaner liquid. And I'm just going to wipe away any areas that I didn't like. And I think I'm so glad I did that. It looks so much better already. There's that one. And lastly, for our 4th nail, we're going to do a heart. So I'm kind of doing 2 dots quite far from each other because I really want that kind of inner bit of the heart to be quite low. I don't want it to be too close to one another. So you want to connect the 2 circles at the top and then at the bottom, and it's the most easiest way to do a heart. It's so nice. Even if you don't end up being able to make the perfect heart at first, it's quite nice to just have that base put down, and then you can perfect the different, whether it's the bottom part of the heart or the top part, you can really perfect it once you've kind of got the lines down. I hope that made sense. So now that that's gone into the lamp, we can start working on our purple. So it's quite repetitive, this nail design. With this bit here, of course, you just want to do another little squiggly little patch on the side. You can pick any side. I went in for the right hand side and just color it in. You'll notice that some of these gel polishes are so incredibly pigmented that they do not require a second coat. Of course, if you wanted to, go ahead, you're free to do what you want to do, but for me, since I'm just doing the design, it was so nice and just saves me so much time where I don't actually need to go in with 2 coats. Madam Glam gel polishes are actually one of my most favorites gel polishes to do nail art with, just because of their consistency, because of how pigmented they are. Of course, there's always 1 or 2 that will just be a little bit different, and that's probably down to the formula being different, whether they were trying to achieve a different kind of finish or something. But pretty much 98% of my Madam Glam gel polishes I use literally daily, and they are my absolute most favorite gel polishes to do nail art. Recently, in my private time, I was just playing about with some nail art and kind of decided to, for the first time ever, actually go ahead and paint a character full on a nail, which I've never done before. I always thought that was just never something I could do. It looks too hard. And there was this lovely lady on TikTok, and I followed her tutorial, and I managed to achieve it. And I was able to do it all with the Madam Glam gel polishes. I was able to kind of create the lines very nice and thin, and also the gel polish was so pigmented that I didn't have to go in with a couple of layers, which of course then helped me make sure that the nail isn't bulky and thick and all of that, because the more layers you have to apply, the bulkier it gets, and it's just a big mess. Hence why some companies have come out with the nail art gels and stuff, so that you don't have to go in with 50 million layers if you're strictly going in with nail art and stuff like that. So highly recommend them. Oh, and I think I also forgot to mention, I do have a discount code, so do make sure you check out the description. It's all there, always there, waiting to be used, so you can save yourself some money on their website. So now we're going in with that beautiful teal shade. Once again, back onto this nail, I'm just going to squiggle on another little patch there. I do end up kind of showing you, I think only a couple of nails, because it's fairly repetitive. When it comes to the heart, you just keep repeating the lines, making it larger and larger. Same with the other squiggly lines, you just have to repeat the lines as well. So here I actually ended up using some gold nail art gel, and I've placed it down already. Even though we are going to actually matte top coat in a second, and we're going to reapply. The reason I applied it before matte top coating was because I kind of wanted that guideline, and I didn't trust myself that I'll be able to kind of leave enough space for that gold to go in there, because the gold will be kind of hugged by other colors. So I wanted to make sure I leave enough space. If there was a nail that the gold was the very last thing I'm applying, I wouldn't have applied it. But yeah, I ended up applying it just because I don't trust myself. It's just how it is. So I'm just gonna finish up those lines. This is probably the last little clip now that you're going to see me doing lines and just repeating the same nail art design. And then yeah, pop them in stamp. Then we're able to go with a matte top coat. Especially with this nail design, I went in with a matte top coat just because I did want that gold to pop. I thought those colours would look really beautiful with some gold. I do have some silver as well, which is would probably be my first pick. I just love silver over gold, but I really think the gold made this set pop quite nicely. So my top coat here is actually been a bit funny recently. It's got some black bits in it. I don't really know what's happening, so I do end up actually cutting the footage of me applying. Usually I show you guys the whole thing, but yeah, today just, as you can see me there, it probably took me longer to apply the matte top coat than do the whole nail design, to be honest. At this point, I was just having such a nightmare applying that matte top coat. But there we go, they're all nice and done. So now it's time to reapply the gold. So you just want to go over any of the bits that you've applied, just bring back the sparkle to the gold where you've placed it. To be honest, you could probably get away with applying some glossy top coat even over it. Actually, you could have if you wanted to, but I'm just going back in with the gold. The reason I'm doing that is just because this is a natural proper nail art gel, so that means once you cure it, it cures tack free, so you don't have to wipe any tacky layers or any of that good stuff. So it literally just comes out glossy and shiny and nice and perfect. So with this nail here, I'm going to do a squiggly line across all of those little blobs that we've created. So right now I'm kind of tracing it. I do actually end up going off camera to thicken up the lines, but in the moment you will see the nail back on screen when it's done. There we go. So the very last thing is I decided to pick up some nail art gel in the shade white this time. So this one will also cure tack free. And I'm just going to do a couple of stars. So I'm going in with a dotting tool and then just dragging out little lines from it. And then once I'm happy with the stars, I will then scatter a couple of just very tiny little dots around the nail. And I am going to do this for every single nail that we've got chilling in the background, but I only show you me working on this one here just because it's repetitive. And this whole set was quite repetitive, so I thought I would just leave me doing the couple. So I'm just using a different dotting tool with a different size little end. As you can see, even that I just kind of switched it around, so this is the thinner bit now as well. Just add the little dots and really bringing back the little sparkles and happiness into the nail design. So just scatter them. Make sure you don't go too many dots, because I know it's quite easy to go overboard. But here's the final result. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you check out the description for the discount code and check this collection out because it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys liked the video, if you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!